Hello, welcome to another video and to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This is going to be a full hotel and resort review. I've never stayed on Disney property. Can't believe it, as big a Disney fan as I am. Honestly, I've never really thought that it's worth it. Rooms are pretty expensive. In this video, I am going to cover the resort, the room, the food, and of course the pools. Not to mention the location. Caribbean Beach Resort is actually located along the Skyliner. It's actually home to the Skyliner main central hub. It has 2 stations, one by the Riviera and one deep in the resort. Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort is actually a moderate level resort, but it's huge. The resort grounds cover 200 acres and there's 1,500 rooms. I'm only going to show you one of them today, so let's head inside and I'll show you. So we made it to our room here at the resort. It's a little bit of a hike getting here. On first impressions, the room's going to be moderately motel grade. Think of like a really nice Motel 6. That's about what you're expecting here. You are getting Disney's level of cleanliness though. I couldn't find a speck of dirt anywhere. That's huge for me. Is this room perhaps not as luxurious as I'm used to staying at? Perhaps. And it could use a little bit more theming. But some of the pros, you do have Disney's H2O products. Everybody raves about them. The beds feel pretty comfortable. I'll definitely let you know in the morning how we sleep. Also, for this room being a little bit dated, it does not smell at all. It smelled just clean whenever we walked in. And all of the furniture is in actually pretty good condition considering the age. The room does come with a fridge and a Keurig with Joffrey's coffee. Those are both huge values to me. The exterior of the buildings are also beautifully painted. They seem like they've been painted recently and it feels fresh. A few cons to note. The shower toilet area is very small. It is definitely giving old motel vibes. On the other side, the actual room itself with the queen beds is pretty large. Another con is the price. You're staying on Disney property, so it's never going to be super affordable. Typical base rates for this room, which is just a standard room, run in the $250 range. We got a resident discount that took it down to the $220 range, which isn't bad, but it's also not particularly good. I've stayed in Holiday Inns for significantly less that were significantly nicer. So you're paying for where you are. I wish I had more to say about the room. I'll leave you with one last passing thought, is that we just waited a couple minutes because our next door neighbor's toilet flushed and you could hear it clear as day through the walls. So they're not particularly thick here. But let's move on to some more important things. Food. After check-in, we stopped in the hotel lobby and got lunch. I also picked up a Joffrey's coffee while I was there. It's good, normal Joffrey's coffee. And we split a Cuban sandwich and a key lime tart. All good. Would actually recommend. Sure, it's quick service food, but the sandwich was pretty good. The fries were a little destroyed by the time we got back to the room to enjoy, but that's not really their fault. For a hotel quick service, I'd recommend. They also had a bunch of Caribbean-inspired offerings, which I love because it's in theme here at the hotel. I'd like to take a nap in this bed, but I think we better go explore a little bit more of the resort. Whew, sure hot out here. Good thing Disney put seating areas all over this property. There's tons of places to sit no matter what area that you get in this resort. Now, all of the different little buildings are named after Caribbean islands. We're staying in Aruba. The buildings are pink, but there's also Trinidad, which is blue, and a host of others. They're all equal except via location. Aruba gets you closest to the Riviera. So if you're an adult and you want to go visit, it's probably where you want to be. Each of the different areas has its own pool. There's 6 total pools. All of them are pretty basic except for the main pool that's in the Port Royal area. That one's incredibly themed. This resort, being a moderate level, has some perks. There's nightly marshmallow roasting, and there's movies under the stars. All those go on as long as weather allows 7 days a week. Each of the areas has its own beach area too, complete with loungers, hammocks, and palm trees. If you're looking to get out and do something more original, then you can also take a fishing excursion from this hotel. Pretty cool. I think it's unbearably hot here though, so let's go head to the pool and cool off. On the way to the pool, you're gonna pass by Caribbean Cay. It's where the playground is located and also where they have nighttime movies. We found our way to the pool, and of course we found some pool drinks. I got the beachy colada, which is kind of just a take on their pina colada. Brad got a non-alcoholic drink called Tropical Paradise. It's really Christmas in a glass mixed with pineapple juice. Loved it. And it's pretty affordable, only $4.50. That's pretty great. So the pool is pretty crowded and it's the middle of the afternoon, 5-6 o'clock. And after walking around, we finally found chairs, but they are few and far between. So I bet midday it would be very hard to get chairs here at the main pool. On the plus side, the main pool is open till 11 p.m., so that's fantastic. If you couldn't find chairs here, I'm sure you could always go and swim at your hotel area's pool. Tonight, our dinner was at Sebastian's. It's the only real sit-down service at the Caribbean Beach Resort. Now, there is the pool bar for sit-down dining also, but this is the really only table service restaurant here at the beach resort. It's all you can eat for $35, and it's a selection of like Caribbean meats. You start with salad and some rolls. The rolls were particularly good. I didn't actually like the salad. It was dressed in a key lime vinaigrette, and the lettuce in it I didn't feel was very fresh. Brad loved it though. The meats were okay. They varied in quality, but there's a huge selection of them and you could eat as much as you cared to. We finished with dessert, which was a like pineapple upside down bread pudding with ice cream and caramel sauce over the top. Perfection. Really, really good. Just as good as the dessert over at Ohana. If you know, you know. That's pretty well going to end our night here at the resort. We're gonna go back to our room and hopefully catch a movie. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I would say that I slept pretty good last night. The room was nice and cool, and the air conditioner is pretty loud. It's one of those wall units that they hardly ever use anymore. So if like a lot of noise bothers you, then that might, but in my opinion, it's just drowning out any other outside noise that there might be since the walls are fairly thin. I think the mattresses are nice quality, absolutely. The pillows were good. I slept pretty good. I was gonna go get breakfast this morning, but after the big dinner that we had last night, neither one of us are hungry. So it's going to be liquid breakfast for us, and then I think we're going to go ahead and check out. Final wrapping thoughts. Who would stay here? Well, if you don't care about the room and you want access to the Skyliner, then I absolutely recommend this. But if you care about your room and you care about the pools, then I think that you maybe could do better. The pool area yesterday was very, very crowded. And even though the individual island pools are usually pretty dead, they're also extremely lackluster in theming. There's pretty well no theming. It's just a basic pool. That might be fine for your kids, so you can consider that. They do have rooms here that will sleep up to 5, so that's pretty great. For very little extra money, I might add. I don't think that this is a terrible value, but I probably wouldn't come here again. If you want me to try any of the other Disney World Resort hotels, let me know. I'd be happy to see what I think of them. Thanks for joining me in this video. I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.